How many self-improvement videos have you watched this year? Seriously, 10, 50, 100? Because for years I watched them too. The habits, the routines, the productivity systems. And the strange thing is, the more I consumed, the more one question started bothering me. A question that none of these videos seemed to answer. And once I noticed it, I couldn't stop seeing it. Self-improvement is everywhere. Open YouTube and you'll find thousands of videos promising a better life. Wake up earlier, read more books, take cold showers, meditate, journal, and so on. And honestly, some of this advice is good. I've benefited from it myself. I've developed habits that genuinely improved my life. So this isn't going to be one of those videos where I tell you self-improvement is a scam. I don't think it is, but over time I started noticing something strange. No matter how much content I consumed, there always seemed to be another thing to improve. Another book, another routine, another skill, another weakness, another version of myself waiting somewhere in the future. And eventually I started wondering whether I was missing something in this whole self-improvement world. The more I thought about it, the more I started noticing something. Almost every self-improvement video answers the same question. How can I become better? How can I become more disciplined, more productive, more focused, successful, confident? But I rarely heard anyone asking a different question. A question that for me is actually much more important. What am I becoming better for? Not how, not when, not which habit, not which productivity app, but what for? Because if I spend years becoming a better version of myself, what is the purpose of that effort? Where is it supposed to lead? And the more I thought about it, the more I realized I'm onto something. That's when I started seeing a pattern. Self-improvement can become endless because you constantly grow and your target always keeps moving. You hit one goal and another one appears. You fix one weakness and discover three more. You improve one area of your life, then feel behind in another. The pursuit never ends. And you might say, tell me something new. If it's true that self-improvement is a never-ending thing, then making it the center of your life seems kind of dangerous. Because if your entire identity revolves around improving yourself, you'll never feel finished. You'll always be a work in progress. But can this be all there is in life? That constant grind, the constant chase after goals? Is this how a meaningful life looks? Recently, I came across Viktor Frankl, and one idea in particular stopped me in my tracks. Frankl believed that human fulfillment doesn't come from becoming increasingly focused on yourself, it comes from directing yourself towards something beyond yourself. He contrasted self-focus with meaning. In other words, the goal of life isn't endless self-absorption, it's devotion, responsibility, love, contribution, a cause, a purpose, something outside yourself. That's when I realized why that question had been bothering me for so long, because so much of modern self-improvement still revolves around the self. My goals, my habits, my success, my growth, my transformation. This sounds so self-centered and selfish. And I think that's exactly what was bothering me with all those self-improvement tips. The most meaningful moments of my life weren't the moments when I was most focused on myself. They were the moments when I was focused on something bigger than myself. Even if they were small acts like helping or being there for someone, creating something that genuinely mattered, contributing, serving, those moments felt different. It wasn't just about my growth anymore. It was about a whole lot more in life. And growth became a byproduct. And this is why I think the self-improvement craze has gone too far. Not because self-improvement, discipline, or habits are bad, but because we've started treating self-improvement as the destination for selfish goals. when maybe it was only ever supposed to be the vehicle for something greater. A hammer isn't valuable because it's a hammer, it's valuable because of what it helps build. And I think personal growth works the same way. Maybe the purpose of becoming better isn't simply becoming better. Maybe it's becoming capable of serving something larger than yourself. Because the older I get, the less interested I am in asking how can I become the best version of myself, and the more interested I am in asking what is my life actually for. If you stayed here up to this point, thank you so much for watching this video. I think you're genuinely interested in finding the meaning in self-improvement in your life, and I hope I could spark some ideas or help you remember moments of your life when you felt that purpose-driven focus, because I think that is what self-improvement is about.